Wait, not another Titanic. But what if a real naval war happens in 2022? What can we do? Will we all die like Jack and Rose? Not really. Hi, I'm Yichen, and today I'm gonna introduce you to composite structure. Composite materials are widely utilized by the Navy for ship design because the ship needs to survive extreme loading conditions, such as underwater explosion as shown in the picture. So our research tries to understand composite materials' response to different loading conditions to develop better ships. More specifically, we focus on the interaction between an air-backed composite panel and fluid in a lab setting. To simulate the loading condition of a ship panel undergoing underwater explosion, we use a composite panel at the interface of water and air, the bottom of a water tank in this case. We create the loading condition using an N effector connected to a pneumatic cylinder that goes through the water surface. But how do we analyze this process? Well, we use a combined PIV and DIC approach. We use PIV to measure fluid dynamics and DIC to measure the structural deformation of the composite panel. Specifically, as shown in the picture, we use a speckle pattern at the bottom of the panel to visualize the panel deformation. Here is a picture of the real experimental setup. We can see the DIC and PIV system and the N effector connected to a cylinder that extrudes into the water. We also studied different loading conditions by using N effectors of different shapes. Here are the raw videos recorded from our experiment. The video on the left shows the fluid seeded with particles for PIV. We use microparticles movement to visualize the fluid flow and estimate the hydrodynamic pressure. The video on the right shows the motion of the speckle pattern on the plate recorded for DIC. From the movement of the speckles, we can quantify the plate vibrations. After PIV analysis, we successfully reconstructed the water velocity field and pressure field. As the N effector enters into water, there's a high velocity region around it. This high velocity region generates a pressure variation in the fluid domain on the right. A high yellow pressure appears as the N effector enters into water. As the N effector approaches the panel, a negative dark blue pressure region arises, letting the panel move upward. After DIC analysis, we quantified the composite panel's deformation. The experimental technique captures both the fundamental but also the higher order mode deformation. On the left, the panel's deformation is dominated by the fundamental mode shape of deflection with a peak in the center and decreases to zero at two ends. On the right, we detected higher order vibration of the panel with a local peak in the center and two peaks on each side. In conclusion, combining PIV and DIC, we not only look into the water, but also the plane's deformation at the same time. It provides us a fundamental framework to better understand fluid structure interactions. Of course, we cannot go back time to save Titanic again, but we will design better ship panels so that there will be no more Titanics in the future. Thank you so much.